Director of the Center for Technology Policy and a Senior Research Fellow for Homeland Security at the Heritage Foundation. She's in the U.S. Capitol. Thank you so much for your time, Lora. Why do you think President Biden has now made this reversal?
Well, he has caved, actually, to the radical left portion of his party. Originally, he was going to keep the current number that was in place for this fiscal year of 15,000, because any president has to take into account the entire humanitarian picture, and that is not just refugees coming from abroad and overseas, but also the large number of migrants who are coming to our southern border, also seeking protection from persecution.
And Lora, at this stage, where are most of the refugees coming from? Because the number of people actually coming in from Syria and Iran, for example, dropped quite significantly during the Trump administration because of the so-called Muslim ban.
So most of our applicants are coming along our southern border. Each year of the Trump administration, he decreased the number of refugee admissions because, again, he prioritized the asylum applicants. We had a considerable backlog, over 300,000, and also a border crisis in 2019, for example. So he prioritized those applicants and shifted refugee resources to our southern border. President Biden, however, wants to increase both types of applicants, whether it's refugees from elsewhere in the world, as well as Central Americans and Mexicans who are coming to our southern border. And it's just not realistic in terms of resources, but also meeting these numbers that he's increasing.
Is this not part, though, of the Biden campaign and the Democrats wanting to almost depict America as a country that is welcoming to those that are most in need, which many were very critical of during the Trump administration, that was not the case?
So the U.S. has always been a welcoming country and has always been a leader in helping those who have truly been harmed or are fleeing harm. What the Trump administration did was focused on asylum fraud, for example. No one wants someone to fraudulently abuse these very generous and important humanitarian programs. And so, again, he prioritized those who are already at our doorstep or inside the U.S. So to say that we also need to drastically increase the number of refugees that come in from elsewhere in the world is not realistic, but also we can better help more refugees within their region than bringing them in smaller numbers relatively to the U.S.
Lora Ries, really appreciate your analysis on that story. Live to us there from Washington, D.C.